Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I don't know why. You'd think it should be easier for me to keep track of my days now that I'm streaming like a different thing every day, but for some reason it's not. It's like making me second guess myself every time. But it's Tuesday. I got it. How are we doing today, you guys? How are we? I'm feeling slightly less sleep deprived than I did yesterday. You know, I went to bed at a decent hour. I feel that I did well, but maybe I just need a couple days to like catch up, you know? I don't know. But we're here. We're up. Oh god, I can't even think of words. This is bad. But how are we doing today, you guys? How are we feeling on this fine Tuesday? How is Tuesday treating us? How's our day? How are we feeling? You know? Hi Joe, thank you for getting first today. And hello Axon, how are you? I live, the rest is negotiable. Yes, exactly. You get me. You know, I don't know if I really have that many updates today, but I'll give you my small updates, okay? I had the most girl dinner today. It was honestly atrocious, but, and you know, I feel like I deserve to be put on blast, so I'm gonna tell you what it was. It was all leftovers, okay? And it wasn't that good, but it did fill me up. So yesterday, Tay and I went to Mickey D's for lunch, and I just got really full really fast, so I didn't eat all my flies. Hate when that happens. I didn't eat all my flies, so I was like, well, this feels like a waste because I really didn't eat all my flies, you know? I was like, fuck. So I took them home and then I threw them in the fridge, and then I was like, I'm gonna eat them today. Well, they were bad. I ate them all, but they were bad. McDonald's fries do not warm up well, okay? They don't. So first of all, that was the entree. Okay, but it by far was not the peak. And then today I got KFC. You know, we're continuing. There is a small victory here. We're continuing our journey to heal our relationship with chicken, and KFC is like the ringleader of that. Okay, KFC is taking me all the way to chicken and minty best friends forever town, okay? So anyway, I had KFC today, and I got like one of the boxes, you know, that's like 2-piece or whatever, and it comes with the biscuit. Well, I got full. I didn't eat my biscuit, so I ate my biscuit with some honey today after my flies. And then, oh, by the way, and I choked on one of the fries. Not like for real, like I wasn't dying, but you know, sometimes, I don't know, it like gets stuck in your throat. Well, that's choking. I just described what choking is. Not like that, like it's not actually stuck, maybe just like a little speck of it, you know? And you start like coughing and it's ugly and you're like, you know, like that. Yeah, that happened. And I was like, this is terrible because the fries don't even taste good. And now I'm choking on it. And this is just not what I wanted. But anyway, so I had the bad fries. I had my biscuit, which was pretty good. And then this morning, my boss got like little mini cinnamon roll thingies at Burger King, and he usually like gives a little extra to my friend, like to Tay, because they're like she's best friends with our boss's daughter, like for years they've been like that, you know? So like everyone's gonna bring her stuff, but she brought her own breakfast, so then she gave the minis to me. But my tummy was hurting this morning, so I was like, I can't eat them, so I put them in the fridge. I took them home. I eat the Cine minis for dinner. They were also pretty good. So that was my girl dinner. I'm not proud of it, and I do deserve to be put on blast, but that's what I ate for dinner. Please eat better than me. Do not eat that for dinner. But you know, all in all, fries were terrible, but the other two were pretty good. And since it was a lot of like bread and potato, it sure did fill me up. So that was my dinner. You know, we'll do better tomorrow. Tomorrow's a new day. But that's what we ate today. If you ate a similarly atrocious meal today or recently, let me know what it is so I feel slightly better about myself. For a few days this week, we're confusing as hell, that's all. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that, Joe. I'm right there with ya. But you know, hey, we're here. We made it this far, which isn't that far, really. It's only Tuesday, but you know, we're here. And we're Ace Attorneying today. So that's my main update. Oh, the other thing that I did like right before stream, which was why I was a couple minutes late. Well, so my little fob for my car, it stopped unlocking. You know, it wasn't responding very well. It was kind of being a little finicky for a couple days, and then today I think it just full on stopped. I think the battery died. So I was like, okay, I gotta learn how to open this thing up and replace the battery. But I don't have that kind of battery. But I do have a second key. But I didn't want to go through the trouble of putting the second key on my key ring. Like, But then I got the grand idea, because the second key, the battery still works. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just switch them. And then I'll buy like a pack of batteries for next time when I need it, you know? So that's what I did. I watched a YouTube video. I cracked both of them open, did a little battery switcheroo, and now it works. So hooray, I just thumbs up, just so you know. Feeling good about that. But yeah, I probably shouldn't have rushed to do it right before stream, but I was like, you know what? I'm thinking of it right now, so I'm gonna do it real quick. It wasn't hard. It wasn't hard. I just didn't know how to do it, so I had to look up the video. But yeah, so that's my accomplishment for the day. I learned how to replace the battery in my car's key fob thing. So yeah, that was my day. I hope you guys had a good one. All that said, I'm having a pretty decent day. It's not, you know, not bad. Can't really complain. Oh, and I have an update on the coils, the little spring toys I told you guys about yesterday. Oh, some of them can recharge. Oh, that would be nice. I don't think mine does that though. Unfortunate. But oh, the coils. So, you know, I told you guys yesterday, the girls be going crazy over they still be going crazy over them. I think it genuinely might be their all-time favorite toy. Like, I really do think so. They're crazy for them. They love the coils. Well, I literally, and I'm being so serious right now, I legit spent like 5 whole minutes trying to fish out one of the coils out from under the oven, because it just got really wedged back there, and I was like, oh my god, I think I'm not going to be able to get this out. Like, it's gone. It's lost to the oven. The oven owns this coil cat toy now, you know? Like, it's just gone. Well, I did eventually get it out, and then I decided, I was like, okay, I'm gonna have scheduled coil play times, okay, during the day until I have my solution to block things from getting stuck under the fridge or the oven. So I purchased some things on Amazon that will be like a little thing. I think they're technically intended for like under your couch, but I'm gonna try to set them up for my oven and the fridge. So hopefully it works, and then we can be back to 24/7 coil time, you know? But I figured if it's gonna get stuck anyway, they can't reach it, they can't get it out, I might as well just put it up so it's easier for me, you know, to give them the coils back. So that's our temporary solution. I think the thingy that I bought is getting here tomorrow, so I guess it's really just for today, you know, and tomorrow until they arrive. But that's our coil / spring toy update. But yeah, I mean, I did floor time for a while with the girls and just watched them, and then every time they started to like bat it towards the kitchen, I like bat it back into the living room so it wouldn't go get stuck. That seemed to work pretty well. So yeah, That's my update on that. All-time favorite toy, it seems to be shaping out to be, so we'll see once it doesn't have a place to get stuck anymore, if it stays that way or if they'll get bored of it from having unlimited access, you know? If so, then I might start putting them away every once in a while and then bringing them out to keep things fresh, keep it exciting, you know? They never know when the coils are gonna come out. I don't know. We'll see. They might just never get tired of it, but I love it because it's getting a lot of their energy out, like, and I can just sit there and watch it, you know, like I'm just like, oh, this is so cute. So like I can just watch and enjoy watching them be little soccer stars with their little plastic or whatever it's made of spiral things, springs, coils. I don't know what it's called. Anyways, so that's my update on that. And that's about it. There's not too much going on out here, you know. We're just chilling, trying to get through this week. I'm going to another concert this weekend. I can't wait. And yeah, I'm just trying to get through this week so I can go have a great time at the concert. I love a good concert, what can I say? But anyways, we are officially on episode 3 of this game. And it's called Turnabout Samurai. I don't think we witnessed an actual murder take place in the cutscene at the beginning of the episode this time. So I'm kind of curious to see what all is gonna go down, you know? So let's just find out. What's up? What's up? Grah! You have, oh, hey. You disgraced something. Oh, is it starting the cutscene over? I'm not even gonna try to read it out loud. Y'all have to read this part, okay? Because I can't read out loud fast enough. Yeah, this just seems like a show or movie or something. Oh yeah, see? Okay. Sure. Oh, right, and it's called Wright & Co. now. That rocked! See you in hell, evil magistrate. Whoa, stop waving that broom around. What broom? Oh, Nick, I didn't know you were here. Of course I'm here. What was that surreal show you were watching? What? Nick, you mean you don't know the Steel Samurai? Whoa. He's only the most popular TV hero for young people. Young? Like, how young? 10 years old? Then what the heck are you doing getting all excited? Wait, how old is she again? Oh, 17, there it is. Answered right away, let's go. Hey, I'm only 17. That's 17, see? I'm a teen. Not like you, Nick. Wait, how old am I? Hey, don't talk to me like I'm your grandpa or something. Oh, 24. Wow, he keeps answering my questions right away. This is great. I'm only 24 myself. Then watch it with me. He's really cool, and it's really popular. When they asked about grade school kids, or when they asked grade school kids what they wanted to be, Steel Samurai was #1. I really worry about kids these days. Gramps! Well, the Steel Samurai's over. I guess it's time to close up the office. I guess. Wish we had some clients. Uh-oh, is our business failing? A month has passed since my trial. Mia's murder was the talk of the town for some time, but no one paid any attention to the Wright & Co. law offices. How am I going to pay the rent this month? Uh-oh. That sounds bad. It'll be okay. I'm sure some big client is just around the corner. Well, let's see. My bedroom. Oh. Ring, ring, ring. Beep. Hello? This is Phoenix. Nick! Maya? What? It's still early. It's the Steel Samurai. The Steel Samurai got arrested. Oh? Huh? You mean the guy on that show? Yes. They're saying that the Steel Samurai killed a villain. Isn't that what he's supposed to do? Yeah, on TV. Yeah, on TV. No, I mean, he actually did it in real life. He skewered a villain with his samurai spear. Shit. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Just come to the office quick. Please, Nick. Okay. Okay. Maya's here watching television. Now for the morning news. The actor Will Powers was arrested yesterday. Will Powers. I like the names in this game. Powers plays the lead role in the popular kids show, The Steel Samurai, Warrior of Neo Old Tokyo. He was arrested on suspicion of murder. The victim was Jack Hammer, who plays the villain known as the Evil Magistrate. His body was found still inside the Evil Magistrate costume. The samurai spear was also found stuck through the body. Wait, damn, so it's like a real spear, not just like a fake weapon? Police believe this was the murder weapon and are investigating further. This has to be a joke. No, it's a nightmare. The Steel Samurai is over. The world is over. Oh, not all that, but you know. I get being upset though. Yes, Wright & Co. law offices. What? Nick! It's the Steel Samurai. What? Yes, of course. We'll be right there. Let's go, Nick. Go? Go where? They have the Steel Samurai down in detention. So what? So, I've decided this will be our first case. Okay. What to do? Well, what should we do? What should we do? How can you just sit there like that? We have to get down to the detention center and meet the Steel Samurai. Does she want to investigate this case or just do some sightseeing, I wonder? My money's on sightseeing. We don't have enough information to make a case yet. Just admit it, you don't have a clue what happened. No, we just don't have enough information. Alrighty. Well, shall we go ahead, I guess? Whoa, chest hair. What's wrong, Maya? It's him, in the flesh. Is that guy really him? What do you mean, that guy? Of course it's him. Will Powers, our client. He looks like a werewolf. Why does he look like a fucking werewolf? Like, even his ears are almost a little pointy. And he's very hairy. Will Powers, our client. That's him. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but he definitely did it. Murder. At least once. Maybe twice. Yeah, Maya, that's definitely an inside thought. Whoa. What are you saying? Oh. Yes? Something wrong? No. This is getting off to a great start. I know. You're disappointed, aren't you? Was not expecting this personality. Disappointed? Oh no. No, it's okay. This is the real me. When I got the part of the Steel Samurai with the mask, I decided I would never show my face in public until the job was over. It's the kids, you know. I didn't want to wreck their dreams. Oh. I guess it didn't matter. So much for dreams. I wonder what they think of the Steel Samurai now. Oh, he's crying. Nick! What? He's a good guy. I mean, he's good. Yeah. He didn't do it, girl. My girl. Wait, is this supposed to be like a cigar? What happened? Maybe you could start by telling us what happened. Yes, of course. Seems like it was only yesterday. Actually, it was only yesterday. The cast had come down to Global Studios for a run-through. We went through a few action sequences at 10 in the morning. There was a rehearsal scheduled for 5 in the afternoon. But when 5 came around and the staff gathered at the studio, the evil magistrate was found lying in a crumpled heap near the set. Yikes! They took off his mask and discovered that it was Jack Hammer. Does he have a hole in his chest? Wait, did it say he was... Oh yeah, he was stabbed with a spear. Why does it look like that? And discovered that it was Jack Hammer, dead. Yeah, he had been expertly skewered with the samurai spear. The samurai spear? Yes, it's a long spear that the steel samurai uses as a weapon. Maybe you could explain to me just what the steel samurai is. Nick, how could you say such a thing? I'm sorry, sir. I apologize for my partner. He's new to this and a little bit out of touch with the world. Hey, who's new to this? No, it's all right, really. The Steel Samurai is the lead character in a popular kids show. He walks the streets of Neo-Old Tokyo. Neo-Old is kind of funny. Fighting battle after battle against the evil magistrate and his minions. Of course, he never really defeats the evil magistrate. Although, I guess he did defeat him this time. I see. Neo-Old Tokyo? Who comes up with these names? Not for real. Power's alibi. Now, where were you the day of the murder? Well, that morning I came to the studios at 9. We worked through some action scenes until noon. I like this person back here. Rehearsal was to begin at 5, but I was a little tired. So after lunch, I took a nap in my dressing room. When I woke up, it was after 5. I was late for the rehearsal. I hurried to the studio and found everyone looking shocked. They arrested me on the spot and brought me here. I was sleeping the entire afternoon of the murder? Some action hero. What will the kids think? Think I should probably check out the scene of the murder. Right, Global Studios. Global Studios. I'll draw you a map. Wow, Nick, let's go. I'm willing to bet $10 she asks for autographs. Alright. Is there anything really to examine? I don't think so. Okay, let's go. To the studio. Main gate. Okay, wow. So this is where they make the Steel Samurai show. Awesome. Aren't you excited? Hey, you there, old bag? You want in? You gotta go through me. Oh, sorry. We're, lawyers. Oh, yeah? Well, that's great. I'm security. And it's my job to make sure that gawkers like you stay out. Gawkers? Gawkers, sightseers, tourists. I know the type. You heard about the incident and came to snoop around. Youths today. Oh, hey! I wish I wouldn't do that because I can't read that fast. I guess she's just yapping though. Nick? Will I grow up to be like her? Please say no. I don't know. It's possible. Rude. Hey. Listen when you're being spoken to. Youths today. Alright, the studios. So what do you do here at the studios? At Global Studios, we make children's dreams come true. In fact, in my younger days... No, you were a star? Only a little twinkle between the stars here, I'm afraid, dearie. Wow. This place has really gone downhill, you know? But 10 years ago, now that was a studio of dreams. Hammer was a big star back then, too, he was. Hammer? The victim, dummy. The evil magistrate. He's been reduced to playing villains now. Not exactly the best material to work with. Can you tell me about Mr. Will Powers? He's not a bad kid, but don't be fooled by his mask. You wouldn't want him on the silver screen without it, believe me. Little old ladies watching would lose their lunch. That's probably why he thought that the Steel Samurai was his big chance. No one thought he was capable of doing what he did to poor Jack Hammer. We don't know for certain that Will Powers is guilty. Powers? Of course he's guilty. How do I know? I know everything. That's my job. Mr. Hammer. What kind of person was Jack Hammer? What kind of person? Oh, if you only knew. Jack Hammer will live on in many hearts as the ultimate action hero. He was simply dashing in the Dynamite Samurai series. Should I have heard of that? But there was an accident during filming 5 years ago. He got an unlucky break after that. Reduced to playing the villain on a children's program. What's more, I heard they were paying him peanuts. It's enough to make you cry. Reason for suspicion. Why are you so certain Mr. Powers is the killer? I was standing right here yesterday, I was here from 1 in the afternoon to 5 when they found the body. Now the studio where the murder took place is to the left here. If you want to go into the studio, you have to pass by me. Only one person went by here between 1 and 2:30 when the murder took place. And that person was Mr. Powers? Yes, I saw him. But Mr. Powers says he was sleeping in his dressing room. Oh, I'm sure he would say that. He's no fool. But he was the only one that walked by. He's the killer. You can bet your biscuits on it. Isn't it about time for you to be heading home? There's nothing to see here. Move along. Actually, we're here at Mr. Powers' request. I thought you were suspicious looking. Show me a letter of request, and maybe I'll just let you in. This lady here thinks she owns the place, obviously. All right, well, let's go back to the detention center, I suppose. Hello, how was the studio? They all think I did it, don't they? No, not at all. Isn't that right, Nick? Look, there's nothing good that can come out of lying to him. Right, not at all. At worst, you're a suspect. Okay, security lady. About the security guard at the main gate to the studio. Oh, the security lady? She's terrible. She called me suspicious looking. Yes. Actually, she said the same thing to me before. Take off that mask, were her words, I believe. She sets up to all the bigwigs at the studio. But let her see you stumble once and she'll never let up on you. She's got some nerve. Do you think you could write up a letter formally requesting my representation? Of course. Perfect. I just hope this will get me past the security lady. That's about the alibi. Mr. Powers, you aren't hiding anything from me, are you? What? No, I never do that. Earlier you said that you were sleeping in your dressing room after lunch. Yes, like a baby. But the security lady says she saw you that day. She says she saw you heading towards the scene of the crime. What? That's not possible. I really don't know what to say. I was sleeping, I promise. Mr. Powers, if you want me to help you, you have to tell me the truth. I wonder, did she see him or did she see someone in the samurai costume? I'm new to this lawyer business and I need every advantage I can get. I know, I'm sorry. Or is it her and she's just lying? But I swear to you on my mama's grave, I was sleeping. Maybe the security lady only thought she saw me? What did she see? He doesn't seem to be lying. Alright, let's go back. We'll present... Or actually, let me see. Does she have anything new? Okay, no. Let's present this. Ma'am, have a look at this. It's a letter of request from Mr. Powers. Yes, yes. I recognize the bold, childish scrawl. Damn. Powers' request was given to the security lady. To think he would entrust his fate to youths of such unreliable appearance. Really? Really? Anyway, you may pass, but only left from here, toward the studios. No going to the right. That's the employee area. No one allowed inside, pal, were my instructions. The good detective told me himself. Hey, Nick. Huh? There were maps in the security guard station. Oh. Hey, not bad. Those are 50 cents a piece, thank you. Damn, you look kind of scary like that. Well, time to go, Nick. 50 cents. Okay. Let's have a look. So we're at the gate. I guess we're standing facing like the way we're looking at this right now. So we could go to well, at least one of these studios to the left, like she said. And the employee area is to the right. Or are we at the main gate? That would make sense with the... Well, I guess it would actually make sense. Or, well, I guess this is the gate that she's standing at, huh? Yeah, I think so. Okay, that's fine. Cool. Okay, outside Studio 1. Hey! Aren't you that murderer from the other day? It's that confused detective. Hey, pal. You know Prosecutor Edgeworth is all upset, and it's all your fault. I saw him sipping tea and staring gloomily out the window. So? Hey! If he's depressed, it's all your fault for doing sloppy detective work. Damn. I have nothing to say to that. Detective? Think you hurt his feelings. Oh no! I'm sorry. Well, I think his feelings are easily hurt. You're right, pal. It's all my fault. I can blame other people all I want, but I know the truth in my heart. Hey, don't take it so hard. There's always the next case. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Hey, what exactly are you two doing here? Well, we're on this case too, pal. Huh? Hey, you can't just go around saying pal like that. That's my endearing character trait. I'd say he's a character, all right. All right, let's see. So how's your investigation going, detective? Well, hey, I can't tell you that, pal. Nick, maybe you need to be a little more indirect with your questions? Right. So, detective, mind if I take a look at what you got? What I got? The autopsy report. The latest version, if you please. Right. Sorry about what happened last time, pal. Okay, time of death, 10:15 at 2:30 p.m. Cause pierced through the chest by a spear. Reason for arrest? Simple, pal. The murder took place right over there in Studio 1. Now, the victim entered Studio 1 at approximately 1 p.m. At that time, there was no one other than the victim in the studio. According to the autopsy report, the time of death was 2:30 p.m. Only one person went to the studio between 1 and 2:30. And that person was none other than Will Powers. No one else, pal. If you think I'm lying, ask the security lady at the main gate. Nick, if that's true, anyone would think that Powers did it with that kind of evidence. Thanks for cheering me up. Okay. About the security lady. Well, that sweet old lady. What a charmer. Huh? Did we talk to the same girl? Huh? For real? Phoenix is so mean. When I showed her my badge, she gave me a donut and some coffee. Remember what Powers said? She's a sucker for authority. She even gave me a piece of valuable evidence. What? Well, that, photo. The photo of the steel samurai heading toward the scene of the crime. Let's see it. Who took that? See the camera up on the gate, pal? Oh, that one? Okay, yeah. The gate? You mean the one with the welcome sign? Yeah. Whenever someone walks by, that camera automatically snaps a photo of them. Oh no! Nick, he has evidence. We're finished. Funny. For someone with hard proof, he doesn't look too happy. What's wrong, pal? You seem down. You don't look so happy when you say that. We'd like to ask the employees here some questions. Sure thing, pal. Go wherever you like. Of course, you're not going to find any clues I haven't already found. I'm glad someone around here seems to be enjoying themselves. Nick, let's go. We've got a free pass to the place. Now's our chance to check things out. The security camera takes photos of people going to the studio. All you have to do is look at the data and you can see who went where. There's a number plate on the camera, STI 307. That must be the camera ID number. Studio mascot, I guess it's a monkey of some kind. Why is his head off? But what kind of monkey has a nose like that? He's holding a sign in his hand. Right, studio 1, 2. What's up with that thing? Looks kind of busted. Oh, the wind was pretty strong yesterday and the head broke off. It took that tree down with it too. Okay. Anything in the trash can? Studio mascot, I guess it's the monkey of some kind. Oh, okay, it's just the same thing. Entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. Let's go in and check it out, Nick. Hey, it's locked. Looks like you need a card key to get in. It makes sense that they would want to keep the non-employees out. Nick, look! That security lady is in the guard station stuffing her face with donuts. I guess all cops like their donuts. Yeah, and they're soft enough she doesn't need teeth to chew them. Oh my god, damn. Hey, you! Well, are you satisfied Powers is guilty yet? She had to make my life harder by giving that photo to Detective Gumshoe. Photographic proof. Why didn't you tell us about the security photo, ma'am? Oh, that? I just thought it would be more thrilling to talk with the detective himself. These things are important, you know? Oh, just to the left from here is the gate with the camera that took that photo. My job to check the photos every day, you see? Reason for suspicion. This guard station is in a central position. No matter where you go here, you pass by my station first. Now, poor Hammer. He went to the studio just before 1. The murder happened right around 2:30, see? The only one I seen go... Wait, didn't we already say all this? I guess not. Maybe just that line. The security camera got a good look at him, too. If he's not the one... What... or who did it... I don't know who is. Maybe it was... or maybe that did it. Good one, Sonny. She thinks I was joking. Mr. Hammer. Was the victim Mr. Hammer a popular actor? Oh, he was the biggest star in the studio. Was? Past tense? Oh yes, he was great as the bearded samurai. That too, yes. He shone the brightest, back in the day. Making a star like him play the evil magistrate. It's a disgrace, I tell you. Hammer took it pretty hard, and who can blame him? Automatic camera. About the security camera. Oh yes, that camera. It's automatic. You can tell when someone walks through the gate, see? Then it snaps a photo. Apparently it records the time when it takes a picture too. But I don't bother myself with those details. I just view all the photos on the computer over in the security guard station. I check them every day before going home, I do. Well, can I have a look? The computer that runs the studio security cameras. Hey, no touching. Damn. Overhead map of the studios. Right from here is the employee area. To the left are the actual film studios. Looks like a studio van. They probably use it to carry around film equipment. And the main entrance to the studio. There was a big scene here yesterday with onlookers pressing up against the gate. I don't have anything to present to her, do I? No. Oh, should I try? She'll stop me though, won't she? But the guy said I could go there. So I guess she won't stop me? Nick! This is where they do all the behind-the-scenes stuff. Hey, look! There's Powers' dressing room. No one's here this soon after the murder, I guess. Let's take a look around. Okay. No clues here. Let's see. Cola, candy, chips, gum. Huh, it's so normal. I was expecting some cool themed snacks or something. Popcorn, at least. Wait, look! Samurai soda. Nick, try this. Ladies first. Let's see. Oh, same thing. Window into the dressing room. The glass is frosted, so I can't see inside. There's a sign by the dressing room door. Will Powers. It must be neat to be the star and have your own room like this. Door to the dressing room. It's not locked. Hey, Nick, let's take a look inside. Maybe we can find something as a souvenir? What do you mean, find? You never know. There might be something like a samurai spear. We don't need a spear. Well, also, that's the murder weapon? And that's the murder weapon. See, Phoenix and I really be thinking the same exact things. Oh my god. Oh, I forgot I can slide. Oh, slide. The metal grate on the drain here has been taken off. It's a pretty big drain. A kid could fit through there, I bet. Yeah, if you snuck in that way, you wouldn't have to pay at the gate. Well, if you want to leave that way, be my guest. Right. Huh? Hey, I'm not a kid. Backdrop. What else? Electric bike? Huh. Okay, let's try. I assume it'll let me go now. Dressing room. Powers' dressing room. So this is where he was sleeping? Or at least this is where he claims he was sleeping. No one actually saw him taking a nap here, did they? Right, and there's a picture of him near the crime scene. I hope he's telling the truth for his sake. I'm surprised it hasn't showed us the picture from, like, him being caught walking by. I hope he's telling the truth for his sake. Yeah, I'd say so. In a bag. This must be Powers' bag. Hey, don't open that. Why not? Look, an employee card key. That must be Powers'. It says Studio 1. Let's take it, Nick. Borrow it. You mean borrow. Okay, perfect. Anything else? This is the wig he used in Samurai Boogie Woogie. Nick, try this on. No. And how can you tell the name of a show just by looking at a wig? I kind of like samurai movies. Kinda? I think very much you do. Well, the thing does look like someone was sleeping, yeah. Maybe Powers did take a nap here yesterday. I think, you know, it's giving, possibly. There's a bunch of snacks on the table. They must give these to the employees. Some tea and cookies. Nick, I'm hungry. You just had a burger. Yeah, but I have a separate stomach for sweets. How many stomachs does this girl have? some regular suits in among the costumes here. Those must be his own clothes. Be fun to wear one of the costumes. I'd say you were already wearing one myself. It's locked. Looks like he doesn't open his window much. I guess it is kind of dusty outside. Okay, that's probably it here. For now, anyway. Let's go back to the studio. Oh, oops. Was it this? Can I just interact with it? Let's go in and check it out, Nick. Wonder if this card key we borrowed from the dressing room will work. It opened. All right, we're in. She's way too happy for someone visiting a crime scene. All right, now it should be here, right? Okay. What is it? You're real quiet all of a sudden. Doesn't it give you shivers, Nick? That white tape. So real. Well, the evil magistrate did die here, and the steel samurai killed him. The murder weapon was the samurai spear. Sounds pretty real to me. Yeah. They outlined where Jack Hammer's body lay with tape. His body was found still inside the evil magistrate costume. I guess that's why the head part looks like a helmet. Funny, I expected a spear stabbing would leave at least a few bloodstains. Yeah, right? I guess the costume must have absorbed most of it. I don't think that's how that works. Hey, look. That's the chair with the the chair that the director sits in. I've always wanted to sit in one of these. Hey Nick, take a look at that. One of those black and white boards they clap at the start of filming. And look, a megaphone. A real live megaphone. Ready, Nick? Action. This girl is more troubled than I thought. This here. Really? None of this is considered a clue? Ladder, that's a step ladder. So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick. Right, sorry. This girl is out there. What's this? That's for reflecting light. They call it a reflecting screen or something like that. The assistant holds it during filming. Huh. What? Where's your enthusiasm for all things entertainment? Well, lighting is fine, but I'd want to be the director. Or maybe the Steel Samurai. I think she's being serious. The backdrop, this must be used in the show. Of course, that's the mountain Neo Fujiyama. Doesn't the Steel Samurai take place in Old Tokyo? Can you even see Mount Fuji from there? Not Old Tokyo, Nick. Neo Old Tokyo. Oh, right. Okay. Not much to go on here. Oh, we got in trouble for touching the camera. Sorry, my partner's kind of, you know. You know? No, I don't know. Who are you? Who, me? I'm an assistant here. I help with props and stuff. Moving them around, ordering new ones, etc. We're lawyers representing Mr. Will Powers. Oh, you're Will Powers people. WP? Oh, Will Powers. WP. I get it. I don't envy you guys one bit, but do what you can for WP, okay? He'd never hurt a fly. He has to be innocent. Don't worry, leave it to us. I feel like WP is not a faster way to say, like, you know, that feels worse than just saying Will Powers. The day of the crime. Could you tell me anything about the day of the murder? Yes, I was in the studio the whole day. I was the only assistant on staff that day, you see. Only one assistant? Yes, well, the studio isn't doing so well right now. And yesterday was only rehearsal for our action sequences. Oh, I see. In the morning, we went through the action sequences in the employee area. WP and Hammer were there, along with everyone else. The employee area. That's where the Powers' dressing room is, right? Okay, yeah, I recognize. Yes, that's the place. After eating lunch there, Mr. Hammer went to Studio 1. Then I saw WP go into his dressing room. Okay, so she saw him go in his dressing room, but didn't see either of them after that. Okay, well, Powers. Did you know that Mr. Powers was sleeping in his room? No, I wouldn't go in there unless I had some urgent message for him. I mean, it's his private. What kind of girl do you think I am? What kind? No, I'm sure you're a fine girl. Sorry. So much for getting a confirmation of Powers' alibi. What do we do, Nick? We haven't found anything yet. If WP was the only one who came to the studio, then he has to be the killer. They even have a photograph. Sorry, I know you're busy. Not really. Actually, there's been something bothering me. Aha! That's what I'm talking about. A clue, a lead. Well, I don't know about that, but that day, just after noon, I sensed someone was here. You sensed? Yes, several times. Some other studio employees, maybe? No, I don't think so. The only thing we had scheduled was an action scene run-through. I was the only assistant here that day. I have a feeling it was someone from outside. What do you mean a feeling? Really? But wait, if someone had come in here, wouldn't that security lady have noticed them? Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry I don't have any better information than that. No, thanks. That helps us a lot. Anything helps. Let's go put that security lady on the spot. Sensing someone. So you sense that someone other than the regular film crew was in the studio? Yes, I think. Girl, what does that even mean? I think doesn't cut it in a witness testimony. Nick, what about that security lady? If someone else came into the studio, she must have seen them. All right. Let's go grill her. What, you're still here? Really? You look as though you've seen a ghost. Assistant's claim. What? I saw that suspicious look on your face. I wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 p.m., correct? And the estimated time of Hammer's death was 2:30. Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through here between those times? Sure as can be. But we have a witness who thinks there was someone from outside here that day. What? Are you absolutely sure you were here watching the whole time? Ma'am? Who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me? All right, you better tell me and tell me quick, you spiky-haired cretin. Someone's been complaining about the work I do, eh? We were just talking to the assistant in Studio 1. Her. She's not even a full-time employee. All you youngins are like that. Okay, here we go. Just let her go off. Wants to take the chance to sip my wah. Oh, and she's gone. Well, Nick, this is our chance to do what we can without her looking over our shoulders. Oh, baby. You know what we gotta do. The computer that runs the studio security cameras. They're fucking birds? What the hell? Nick? Maybe we can see that photo of Powers with this computer. Yeah, maybe. I swear the bird sounds weren't there before. Yeah, try it. Okay, let's give it a try. You know how to work these things, Nick? Looks like I just have to enter in a few numbers. Let's see. First, I need the date of the murder. Looks like the camera turned on at 1 p.m. that day. 1. That was when the security lady arrived at the guard station. Oh gosh. Do I have it written down? Because I don't remember. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to go check. Let's check. Oh no, I have to select one. Okay, I don't think it was 703. I'm gonna say 370. Oh, that was wrong. Well, can I just brute force it? That might be faster. I think it's the other one. I don't think it was 703. Watch it be that one though. Oh, okay. Yeah. Here goes 7. Hey, it printed out the data for that day. Let's see what we got. Oh my god. Look, the pants are way too long for this person. Are you kidding me? Huh? How is this a picture of Will Powers? Yeah, they're in costume. Well, he is the one who always wears that suit. I guess that's why the security lady thought it was him. I don't imagine the detective was very happy with this photo as evidence. Something's printed on the back. October 15th, 2 p.m. Photo number 2. What does that mean? Maybe there's no photo data from that day? Nope, that's the only one in the computer. Okay. Hey, Nick! Can't we use this photo as evidence for the trial? Yeah. We'll put that security lady in her place with this. Right. We'll put her in her place. Hey, that's what I said. Anyway, let's show her this photo and see what she says. Wait, let's not. Yeah, for real. I feel like it's a bad idea to show these people, like, incriminating evidence like we did in the last one. Why not? It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon. Nick, you're craftier than I gave you credit for. Why, you could be the next evil magistrate. Hey, why do I have to be the villain? Relax, it was just a joke. So, are we done for the day? I think this photo is what we needed for the trial. Still, it'd be better if we had some idea of who the real killer was. Maybe it really is that security lady? But someone short, that's for sure. Alright, let's save. And continue. I wonder if today, or not today, but like this episode, since the last episode, it was a 2-day trial, but they mentioned that like the max days for the trial is like 3 days. Like, I don't know, it's some kind of law, I guess, in this universe, if I remember correctly. So I wonder if this one and then all the future ones will all be like 3 days. I'm curious. Oh look, my bestie's here. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well, I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well, I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. All right, Detective, what we got? Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court? Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station there is a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. I wonder if Studio 2 will come, like, into play. This is the scene of the murder where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant, and the security guard. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., oh, she got there. Okay, I see. The 3 people thing was before she got there. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now, jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. Okay, the murderer literally then has to be either the security lady or the staff girl, the whatever she was. Now jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was canceled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to that whole thing again? Oh. Well, won't we do the, whatever it's called, the, like, look over thing? You know what I mean? Oh, it's never asked me that before. That's a little weird. But I guess? I think I can probably remember that. So the murder weapon was a spear? Oh, medieval. Okay. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call this security officer to the stand. I really don't understand why it asked me if I wanted to repeat that. Will the witness declare her name? Oh. My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Your name, please. Oh, dearie. No need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Your name, please. He's gonna fucking crash out. Seems Edward has a bit of trouble getting his witness to say their names. Wendy Oldbag, dearie. Oh. Wendy. These names.
Objection!
Objection. I object to the witness's talkativeness. Objection sustained. I love his little shocked face. He's like... The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. I was just getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can get to the testimony. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yes, see, I was. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you. You know your stuff, dearie. You may begin your testimony. She sure is one hell of an old bag. Alright, let's see. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through there since the morning. Well, I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5 p.m. Now, the murder happened at 2 p.m., right? Interesting to me, because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers. That man right there, and he was heading toward the studio. Saw the defendant then? Very well. Let's begin with the cross-examination. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. All right, y'all know what we gotta do. We're gonna question everything. Beefers, are you chewing on my headset cord? Do you want some bitter apple spray with your headset cord? because I'm gonna spray some. She said, nope, I don't want that. Okay. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Question!
Hold it!
So up until that time, anyone who wanted to could go into the studio? Well, there wasn't a security guard at the gate, no. But the main gate was locked, dearie. You need an employee card key to get in. Right, the card key that I have. So what she's saying is no one was supposed to be there that couldn't get, like, someone that doesn't have a card key couldn't get in. Was there anyone at the studios when you arrived at the guard station? Poor old Hammer and the rest have been doing a run-through since the morning.
Hold it!
A run-through? They were working out a scene between the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate. They got the basics figured out by noon and were to use the afternoon for practice. Rehearsal was supposed to start at 5. That's why poor old Hammer went to Studio 1 in the afternoon. So Powers was in his dressing room sleeping when he was supposed to be practicing. Talk about a laid-back hero. There was a run-through in the morning. Why did you only get there after noon? Well, I had some errands to run that morning. What errands? What kind of errands? Oh, well, you know. Answer the question. Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers. Observing, you know? Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station? Whippersnapper, I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job. Okay, so she was there before 1, just not at the guard station. Not sure your boss would see it that way. Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs. Always. Hi, Az. Thank you for getting your daily mint. How you doing today? Never missed one in all my years. Wow, I want to see a Steel Samurai run-through too. You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty. Not a bad idea. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. Did you see the victim then? Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Tell us what happened next. Was at the main gate from then until 5. So you were watching there the whole time? No breaks? Not even a second? Of course. I'm a professional, you know. How are you? I'm good. I'm good. You're lonely today. What? Well, good news. Good news. That's ending right now. Or are you criticizing how I do my job, whippersnapper? No, it's just after seeing you eating those donuts in the guard station yesterday, I can watch the gate and eat donuts at the same time. A snipper whapper. Old Windbag is losing it, Nick. Why don't you raise an objection? The witness was on duty through the afternoon the whole time. Very well. What did you see? Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? How did you know that? I have my ways. That overdressed young detective told me. I fed him some donuts and he talked and talked. If you ask me, that detective isn't cut out for his job. Poor Detective Gumshoe getting ratted out by a security guard. Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. 2? You're sure? Sure as spit. Well, who was the man? Really, you should try to not get so excited at your age. You might strain something. Why am I lonely? I'm not lonely. This is episode 3. Now, don't get your skivvies all in a bunch. I'll tell you who it was. It was Powers. That man right there, and he was heading toward the studio. I feel like this should be one of the things because, I mean, I know the picture isn't taken at the guard station, but wouldn't he presumably already be in costume coming from the employee area because that's his dressing room? You know what I mean? Like, so, I don't know. So you saw Mr. Powers? That's what I said. Got wax in your ears, Sonny? Nick, this is your chance. Yeah, time to pull out the secret weapon. I'll say it again. It was him. I think it's gotta be with the picture, because it doesn't prove that it's him. Oh wait, I can't do it right now. Maybe I have to go through again. Oh, from here. Let's do this.
Objection!
Oh, that's okay. No worries, you know. It happens sometimes. I just be yapping over here anyway. I always appreciate the lurkies though, so, you know, no need. I mean, I'll welcome it, but no need, of course. We're just chilling. Honestly, like these kind of games, since you're like reading everything out, it's like kind of hard sometimes to like make progress whenever I'm like yapping about other stuff too. So it kind of works in that way, you know what I mean? Let me get this straight, old bag, or Mrs. Old Bag. These names are crazy. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. Oh wait, I'll put my finger here. The names in these games are all crazy. I know, they crack me up. Literally, look at the pant legs. That's all you need to know. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo Old Tokyo. And Neo Old is so funny. Miss Old Bag. Is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, Sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right? No, they can't. Wow, even Edgeworth agrees with us. Let's go. Well, I mean, I wonder. I don't know. I mean, I feel like it either has to be the security lady or the other girl. I forget. She's like a set crew or something like that. Like tech crew. I don't know. I'm not really sure, but I will say I do think the set crew, excuse me, lady does look more petite. And given the pant legs and everything, you know, that could be an indication. But I'm not entirely sure. The girl with the glasses, yeah, I think she had glasses. That sounds right. We didn't talk to her for that long, but I think she had like maybe glasses and like a ponytail, like a low ponytail, or something like that. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. I know that. I wasn't born yesterday. No one in this court is accusing you of that, Mrs. Witness. Hi, Homu. How you doing? How you doing? He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you? Nosy old man. Of course I have proof. Oh? What? Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised? Why do I feel like Edgeworth is more on our side this time? Back from class, tired as balls. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you're spent, but I hope you had a good day of classes. Hope class is going good for you. I believe in you. You got this. Take a little rest, you know, recuperate, and then keep doing your thing. You got this, bestie. The prosecution would like to ask the witness. I almost said old hag. Please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time. How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. I mean, it's literally like our jobs as like the detective, lawyers, and judge to be nosy about this whole situation. Girl, what do you mean? Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. I don't know why it took my brain a second to understand that sentence. He didn't even give it a second look. Oh, wow. Old Windbag has left Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof then. Man in the photo. Let's see. Never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his legs, see? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy? No. So he had sprained his ankle? Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. I don't like that, but okay. Fine. All right, let's see. Question everything. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. Hold it. Whippersnapper. Yeah, I haven't said anything yet. I'll have you know I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I've said is on the straight and narrow, the up and up. Oh, there she goes. I know that Edgeworth is kind of like my rival, but you gotta admit he kind of fine. He got those yowie hands though. Look how big his hand is. I wonder why. It's almost like there's two men in this courtroom, baby. Please, for all our sakes, try not to upset the witness. Wait, Phoenix, let me see your hands. I think Edgeworth has met his match. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene... Hold it! I don't know what we could possibly hold it on this, but... Who was present at the run-through? Oh, actually, this is good. Well, let's see. There was Powers. He's the Steel Samurai. Then poor old Hammer, the evil magistrate. And... Oh, oops. I didn't mean to do that. I'm assuming she said the other girl, though. Or maybe herself. And what exactly were you doing? Maybe herself, since he asked that. Observing. Just observing. Oh, never mind. She did say the assistant. Okay, yeah, her. That girl. I'm liking it so far, Homu. It's pretty chill. And like, I feel like simple isn't the right word, but it's definitely like a less complicated. It's like, it's not complicated, it's not convoluted, but it has like a very nice, like, simple gameplay loop. You know what I mean? I like it. It's fun. What about the assistant? Oh, she was off moving backdrops around and such. So she didn't see the run through then. Okay, so she was doing stuff in the studio, it sounds like. Saw Powers trip and fall. Hold it! Trip and fall? Yes. And to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh. So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course. You helped make it better? I kissed it where it hurt. Let's just skip over that part, shall we? Where was the assistant then? Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. You may continue your testimony. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Which prop? Sure did his own samurai spear that he then used to stab her with? Or stab him with? Samurai spear? The murder weapon? Luckily I was there with my duct tape to fix it. Strikes me as a significant detail. I better write this down in the court record. Okay. Apparently he sprained his ankle pretty bad. I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there is one thing that bothers me, which is, where's the Steel Samurai costume now? Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes? And it is clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. I suppose that's right. Are you sure you're sure, Your Honor? I feel like we can definitely dispute that this isn't a limp thing, because the pants are clearly too long. However, I don't know how we can dispute. I don't know what we can use to prove that, though. You know what I mean? Like, with what we have right now anyway. So I don't know if I should just let it go for now. There is also still the fact that this is photo number 2. And it looks like in the picture the duct tape is there. But yeah, I'm just not sure, but I feel like we need to keep pushing maybe. So I'm gonna try that, I guess. I guess the worst that happens is they're like, oh no, and then I lose a little bit of health. Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also. Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to ask twice. Okay, it continues. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true? The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Mr. Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. So if no one else went to the studio, well, what? But the girl was already in the studio. But, okay, she was already in the studio earlier that day, but at some point she would have had to change into the costume and then be captured on the camera at whatever time that was at 2 p.m. So, and the security guard was at the station at 1. So we have to explain that, I guess, if we think that the assistant is the suspect. Then it would have to be this Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. All right. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true? And you know that. Didn't I just explain? I gave donuts to the young detective. And then after some rubbish about it being a secret, pal, he told me everything. See, Detective Gumshoe shares his fellow officer's fondness for donuts. The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. Are you absolutely sure? Oh, quite, Sonny. Nobody suspicious looking passed by at all. Okay, I didn't ask suspicious looking. I asked, did anybody, period. Nobody suspicious looking. Right. No one else went there. Oh, oops, I should have clicked that again. If they had, I would have seen them.
Hold it!
Are you sure?
Objection!
What? The witness has answered the question. Anyone going to the studio had to pass by the witness. That's right, Sonny. You let him have it, edgy boy. Is this like the origin of edgelord? Old Windbag sure has balls. Or, well, you know what I mean. Old Windbags have a way of skipping over important details after all. Or for that matter, entirely forgetting them. How convenient. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps? Time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. True. Okay, so we already did this. The only person I saw go to the studio before them was Will Powers. Oh, guess I could try this. What about before you got to the guard station? You mean before 1? Why, everyone was in the employee area before then. And I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention, they had, I would have seen them. Okay, wait, let me look at my stuff again. So can they get past the gate, though? With their card key? I'm a little confused on that. Or is the gate not the main gate, but this gate different? And like, it's completely closed. You can't pass it without the card key. You know what I mean? I'm not really sure. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. True. That should be true. Yes. The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. Seen them. Hold it. She did say this, nobody's suspicious looking, so maybe I'm supposed to respond to this. I'm not sure, to be honest. But I guess I'll try it. But I don't know if I should do the card key. I don't think it's the photo again. And I don't know what else it would be, so I guess I'll try this. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does? I don't see anything contradictory. Okay. I'm really not sure. I gotta be missing something. Iris, what do you think? I don't know what I'm missing, but I'm missing something, baby. I know. I mean, surely it's not the photo again, or maybe I just used it on the wrong prompt if it is the key. But yeah, I'm a bit stuck. Here. I'll start over the testimony for you. And I guess I'll give you all the extended things she says as well. So she says the time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. True. We do know that's true. And then if we press, we ask how she knows that. And the detective told her that. Then the only person she got to go to the studio before then was Will Powers. Hold it! Yeah, extended. And then we ask if she's sure, and she's like, yeah, nobody's suspicious looking passed by at all, which I think is an interesting detail. Nobody's suspicious looking, right. No one else went there. What about before you got to the guard station? You mean before 1 p.m.? Everyone was in the employee area before then. And I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention, if they had, I would have seen them. Hold it! and then he interrupts. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness. That's right. Yeah, so that's the testimony. I was pleased you're blocking my computer, baby. And then here's the things that we have. We have the autopsy report. 2:30 p.m. pierced to the chest by a spear. We have the guide map. So they were here. And then at 1 p.m. the guard came back to the gate. So, and everybody that was like there before 1 p.m. were in this area all together, according to her. Then we have this card key that we got from the defendant's room, Will Powers, and it grants entry to the studio. We have this picture of Powers, apparently, the person in his costume anyway, dragging his leg at 2 p.m. Photo number 2. We don't have photo number 1. Oh, hey. You just minimized my VTube studio on my iPad. I think she booped it with her nose. And then we have the murder weapon. It was broken during the time where they were doing the rehearsal thing in the employee area, and she fixed it with duct tape. Yeah. I forgot I have this. Penny Nichols. I just understood her name. But yeah. That's all I got. Sorry, my fish was drowning. Oh, damn. That sucks. I'm really sorry to hear that. Well, yeah, I can't repeat it because I'm gonna keep repeating it until I figure out the answer, I guess. So, sure, no problem. But yeah, that's everything. I don't know what it's wanting here. When did she fix the spear? Was that before 1 p.m.? Like, that's the only thing I could think of her being like distracted where she wouldn't see them, maybe? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, check it again. I got you. Do you want me to do all the press each time? Or just the basic testimony? Don't need to? Okay. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. Wait, but didn't... Well, I guess the only thing in question, technically she saw Hammer go there, right? But I don't know that I can, like, the Studio 1. Oh, do you think maybe there's something with, like, specifically what she's referring to here? But even then, I don't know what evidence I would use. Studio 1, they're both behind the gate. I don't know if Studio 2 is locked or not. That Studio 2 hasn't really been mentioned yet. You know, it hasn't, we know it exists because of this, but it hasn't really been mentioned. So... she said she saw Will Powers, yes. But what she actually saw was this. I think. A person dressed up in the costume. So. But we already argued that point with her. Am I supposed to argue it more? Am I supposed to argue this evidence with this statement more? Because we already kind of did that. Are we supposed to just keep hounding her about how she can't prove that it's really him? Because that's literally what literally what the last thing we argued about in the testimony was. Which is why I didn't even consider presenting that, because we talked about that, like, you can't prove that it's him with this photo because it's just someone in the costume. And she's like, yeah, I can because he harmed his leg in the practice in the rundown or whatever. And then you can see he's limping in the photo. So that means it's him, you know? So we kind of already established that, like, the person in the costume, it can't really be proven. But okay, sure, I'll try it, because I mean, I guess that makes sense. It's just a little confusing since we already kind of argued the point that the picture doesn't truly prove that it's him, you know? I guess it's just a continuation of that. Okay, cool. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct? Yes, sirree, Sonny. So whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture? And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. Right. Anyway, it's also true that the computer in the guard station records also... Oh, maybe now we're going to bring out the point that we have picture number 2, but not number 1. Maybe that's what this is. It's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data. Oh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening. That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words, blah, blah, blah. All that shit. Even I know that it means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October the 15th. Really, Sonny. Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says photo number 2. Photo number 2? The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo? Order, order. Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not 1, but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet there's only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access. The security lady herself. Me? Oh, I thought she was gonna go off again. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers. But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by. Well, yes, that's what it would seem to me. Can the witness explain this to the court? I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help! Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either. Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too. Oh. Whippersnapper? Something the matter, Miss Oldbag? Oh, that's right. I just remembered something. Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai? Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way. I see. Your testimony, please. Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day. This is the first I've heard of this. Well, of course, Sonny. I've only just remembered it. Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination. Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this. What is Miss Beefers messing with? Every day, after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. Oh, oops, I forgot I was supposed to be pressing. Hold on, I'll go through it one more time so I can just go through each one and not have to remember which one. I'm gonna throw those out, blah, 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 blah. Might be a useful tactic to remember for use in my future career as an inbed. Let's find out more about this erased photo. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have been blah, blah, blahing. Oh, no, I think we're fine. Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have to do one other important job to do. Okay, I think it looped, right? Hold it! Another job? That's right. I check all the people that passed by the main gate that day. I look closely at every one of the photos that the security camera takes. Do you back up all the security camera data? Well, they keep telling me to, yes. But those computers are just so frustrating. Throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see? How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking? Well, you can tell by looking at their faces, for the most part. For the most part? This is a murder trial, Mrs. Oldbag. Well, I didn't touch that suspicious-looking Will Powers photo, did I? I think she's missing the point. Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day. Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased? A fanboy. Fanboy? Steel Samurai fanboys. Real freaks, if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day. Wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words. Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. All right. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside and, well, that's where they come in. They come in through the drain? Told you they were freaks. Oh, and they're kids, children, whippersnappers. Thought I was a whippersnapper. Kids? So on the photo that you erased, it was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade. Huh? They would be short. Order! Order! Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day? One was the Steel Samurai, dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade. Oh yes, well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him. Can't catch him. What do you mean? A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade? I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear? Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy. Right. As I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect. Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time. Mr. Powers? Yes? Tell me straight, were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio? What am I hearing? What are you guys messing with out there? I hear ya. Oh, I think Fifi is playing in the box. And maybe chewing on it a little bit. She does like to chew on a cardboard box from time to time. It's a delicacy, you know? She just looked at me from in the living room and her eyes are glowing. All right, have fun out there. thought the purple hair guy from last week was rage-inducing. Girl, I mean, like, I think everybody in this game might be rage-inducing. I don't know. It's wild. It's wild out here. Tell me straight, were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio? You didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest. So who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo? How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really. What? You should take better care. Better bear of that stuff? I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. So where does this leave me? Doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now. Nick, what are we gonna do? First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this. Right. It'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right. But if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. Not optimistic at all, actually. Hey, Nick. It's time. Okay, let's go. What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. I'm nervous. Can I save? I just freak out. Gotta hoard a save every once in a while, you know? Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you please present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter? Oh, hold on. The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there is still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime. Order. Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Right, great. As if the stakes weren't high enough. So who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed the murder? The assistant girl, the grade school boy, the security lady. Well, I don't think it's the grade school boy. At least I hope not, especially as a fanboy. But you know, fans do some crazy stuff. But I don't think so because they said that the spear was too heavy for like a child to be able to wield. I'm thinking more the assistant girl than the security lady. But the security lady could be lying and she could be on that camera and that's why she got rid of the photo. You know? So I don't know. I really gotta pick between the two of them. If it was too heavy, there's a good chance it could have been an accident, but then this game would make too much sense and we can't have that. No, no, no. I'm finger wagging like Edgeworth right now, just so you know. No, no, no. Can't have that. Well, I feel like I have to have... We have to have some information here that should indicate one or the other, probably, right? I mean, the thing is, we know that the assistant was like in the studio before everyone else, like setting things up or doing stuff. But, and I guess that means I don't understand why there aren't photos of her and the other guy. I don't know if they're just like omitting that because it's like, oh yeah, there would be photos of them because they work there. You know what I mean? Because there definitely should be photos of both of them. So I don't know if we're just supposed to like assume they exist and they're like irrelevant. You know what I mean? That kind of trips me up a little bit. Maybe I'm overthinking things. But does the suit have like padding? Because he looked kind of thick, you know? He looked kind of built for either of those ladies or a child. Hi Iris, do you want some lappy? The tax for sitting in my lap is telling me who you think the suspect is, who the killer is. Who do you think? Who do you think it is? What do you think, Iris? You're really smart. I bet you can figure this out for me. Yeah, I bet you can. I bet you can. I really don't know. Am I supposed to know? I guess I'm supposed to know probably, huh? Surely. Surely I'm supposed to know, but I don't. But the unfortunate part is that I don't. You know, this is really, it's really bringing in the Danganronpa energy of I'm just winging it, you know? Yeah, sure is bringing that energy in here in the studio, like literally in the studio today. It's the I don't know what's going on energy. Should we, you know, I don't think it's the child. Watch it be the child, but I don't think it's the child. So, you know, we got a 50-50 chance if that's true. But the question, well, no, it's really not the question. Because if we're assuming that there's a photo of the assistant that's just like not being acknowledged because it's like, duh, of course there's a photo of the assistant, then that means that the deleted photo is something else. There's definitely motive for her to delete the photo if the security woman is the one herself. Also, the security woman has expressed like some distaste for the defendant, but a lot of love for the Mr. Hammer. So it would be kind of crazy to kill someone you love just so that you could pin it on someone you don't like. So that said, I'm gonna go assistant girl. I don't really know. It's fine. We saved. If we're wrong, we just reload the save. I don't know. The Steel Samurai costume was in his dressing room. She stole it, and in doing so, she became the Steel Samurai. So you're saying the Steel Samurai in the picture is really the assistant. Hi, Iris. You want Lappy? Yeah, check out that Lappy. I just need you somewhere that's not blocking the screen, babes. That's correct, Your Honor. What? You're serious? You've got guts, Mr. Wright. I do have guts, thankfully. I need them, so I sure do have them. I'm hoping it wasn't the kid. Me too, but I'm a little scared. Remember this photo? Wasn't the steel samurai a little lame? He was dragging his foot. Oh, uh-oh, bad feeling time. Yeah. Okay, remember the testimony concerning Powers' injury? Well, none of the options I gave are people that have an injured leg, so at least as far as we know, so... oh, hey, Iris, I didn't read that. You just clicked the mouse for me. I appreciate you going out of your way to not step on my keyboard, though. Okay. Babes, we gotta move. You are being very distracted. Okay, the lappy is open for you, but that's your option. So I don't know what was just said. If anybody saw it, please let me know. Oh, and me. What about the assistant? Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. Yeah, but doesn't that mean that she was in the studio? The assistant knew nothing of Mr. Powers' injury. She could look the steel samurai look with that. She could look the steel samurai look with that costume. But she couldn't... but she couldn't walk the steel samurai walk. She wouldn't have lived. Edward, you're so funny. Oh, that's so funny. That kind of takes the legs out from under that case. Mr. Wright, I'm afraid I have to penalize you as I warned. Okay. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Maybe we move on. Fight isn't over yet. If you would, Your Honor, one more chance, please. Very well. Well, don't tell me it's the boy. I did miss a message, but I don't know what it said. So it's someone who knew that Will Powers got boomed. Well, I wasn't gonna say the schoolboy anyway, so I guess we're going with our second option, the security lady. She does at least have motive to delete the photo. It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag. Who? The steel samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Oh, so she's just faking it though? Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. But also, like, if she was one of the only ones that saw the injury, like, did she even really need to go through all that trouble? No one else would have brought it up. You know what I mean? But okay, that's fine. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Oldbag. What? Whippersnapper. Order! Order! Is this true, Oldbag? Oldbag? That's Mrs. Oldbag to you. Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the steel samurai costume, then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the steel samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. Maybe she secretly hates the guy and then just is using Mr. Powers as a scapegoat? I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Yeah, it definitely wasn't my second try. Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock's home too, baby. Did I say Sherlock's home? Oh my god, I need to sleep. I need sleep. Oh my god, that's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? Oh, the prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it? Is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there. Do something. What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way? I don't know. take it the whole way? I don't know. Probably not, since we were trying to just buy more time. But with these things, I don't actually know if I'm penalized for picking the right or wrong answer here, or if it just changes the dialogue a little bit. I guess I'll try to give her a break. I guess this does kind of make it look like she's the killer. Funny, I feel bad for her all of a sudden. I think we just need more time. It's true that the witness could conceivably have committed this crime. Yet we must not forget that the victim was an action hero. As formidable as her personality may be, I doubt she'd be strong enough. He removes her from consideration. That means that Mr. Powers is it. Sorry, Windbag, I don't have a choice. Oh, okay, so it forces you to press anyway. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Mrs. Oldbag's actions that day. But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer? You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too. Indeed. That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. Okay, I don't think it penalizes me on those ones. Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy. The one whose photo I erased. He's only a grade schooler though, as you said. Second or third grade, was it? That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds tops. Okay. I feel like that doesn't help you. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy is not the killer. What? How can you be so sure? Or is it be nice to the kids and mean to your elders day? I have proof. Proof? Indeed? Then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder? Well, he doesn't have a card key, right? Probably that, right? Take that! The scene of the murder, as we all know, was Studio 1. However, you need a card key to enter Studio 1. How could a boy with no formal relation to the studios have a card key? I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? The Windbag, speechless. This has got to be a first. Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Wendy. What was her name? Something Oldbag, Your Honor. Damn. Then the prosecution will look further into this Oldbag before we continue. That is all. This court is adjourned. All right. Wait a second. Oh. I'm not going to just sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me. I'm talking. Oh, here we go. Oh, great. Stop the presses. The Windbag wants to talk. Miss Oldbag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony? Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about. Not to talk about? By whom? Huh? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Well, testify. My lips were sealed. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been seen at the, or that they hadn't been at the studios that day. I know, right? But if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free. You know what, fair enough. Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now? Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told. Except back up the files. No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the Oldbag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. All right. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. So you were told not to talk? That's right, by the studio and the TV bigwigs, no less. Why didn't I hear about this? Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all in on it. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. Who were these people? Well, the director and the producer, for starters. The director? We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Of course. Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it. So where were these people? The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime and they had a meeting after that. Where? Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer. Okay, this is where Studio 2 comes in. Studio 2? There was a Studio 2? Oh, well, we knew that from the map, ding dong. Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You go through the gate and all the way to the left. The path where the monkey's head was fallen over. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? I think I've already asked all my questions, but... well... I don't know. Does that mean I don't need to? I guess I'm gonna continue. I don't know. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? Miss Oldbag, this is a trial for murder. I know that, silly. Still, they were pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it. And they gave me a little bonus on the side. Oh. So, you got your bonus and you still talked. I think I've asked all the questions I have to ask. Okay, keep saying that. So, I guess I'll let it. Your Honor, we have learned there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people we have just been told of. I understand, Your Honor. This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me. Oh, really? It's nothing. Oops. Or should I? We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer. You know what I really miss in this game is having a log for whenever I accidentally skip things or whenever there's really fast dialogue. I really wish there was a log. I miss it. It's a luxury that now I'm realizing it was a luxury. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. So Nick, have we figured out just who it is in that steel samurai costume? Could it really have been Old Windbag? What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really. Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers. Poor Old Windbag. I feel kind of sorry for her. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios. Right, we'll be back to visit you soon. Thanks. Thanks, guys. All right. Perfect. Let's save. And I think that will be a perfect stopping point for today. See, it might start up something. Or actually, I think I can just escape from here. Title screen. Yes, yeah. Okay. Well, All right, you guys, looks like we got through day 1 of this. I'm really curious to see if there's going to be, if this is going to be a 3-day trial or what's going to happen with it. But so far, it's been very interesting. I'm curious to meet this producer and the director and see what they have to say, see what else we can find out from Mrs. Wimbag, and maybe about the kid that was there. I don't really know. They should really fix that vent if that's a known problem. I feel like that cannot be that hard to fix either, but whatever. You know, who am I? Who am I? That was stressful a little bit at the end there, but you know, we got it done. We bought ourselves some time, and we're gonna go out there, we're gonna investigate, and we're gonna win this trial. It's really interesting this time around, especially with how like intense Edgeworth was with the last trial, but this time it almost seems like he's kind of lost his spirit a little bit, you know, like he's not going in as hard, and I can't tell if it's just because he doesn't like Old Bag, or if, you know, losing the previous trial kind of has him maybe, you know, down in the dumps a little or something. I don't really know, but it's kind of interesting. It's a pretty stark contrast from the last trial, but you know, who knows? Maybe there's opportunity for me and Edgeworth to become, you know, unlikely allies yet. We shall see. We shall see. Yeah, honestly valid. This trial's kind of a trip, but then again, all of them have been. But yeah, we're just gonna have to see what happens next week. So of course, we'll be back with more Ace Attorney next Tuesday, and yeah, that's gonna be it from me. We'll be back on Thursday with more Danganronpa V3, so can't wait to see you guys then and play more of that game. We're like in the middle of the investigation, I think probably near the end of it though, and then hopefully we'll get the chance to start the trial a little bit, but I might do a little bit of a shorter stream on Thursday just so that I can get ready, since I'm going out of town on Friday. So yeah, we'll kind of see, I guess, how it plays out, how long the investigation goes for, and if nothing else, we'll start the trial. Maybe not get to the halfway point, but at least, you know, get it started a little bit. So we'll just have to see how that all plays out. But yeah, I'll see you guys on Thursday for that. But until then, hope you guys have a good rest of your night and a good Wednesday tomorrow. And I'll see y'all very, very soon in the next one. But until then, I can talk. Oh my God. Y'all know the drill. Make sure to hydrate, make sure to eat something if you haven't already, and make sure to do something that will make you smile for bed. All right, you guys, and I'll see you very, very soon in the next one. Bye bye. Good night.